Hi everyone on this rainy Friday. I hope you are doing well. Thank you again for your continued support of St. Catherine's. Thank you also to all those who donated food this past Sunday for Catholic charities. It is all deeply appreciated. Please tune in for Mass this weekend. I will be celebrating the 5:30 Mass on Saturday, and Father Michael will be celebrating the 11:30 Mass on Sunday. Also, as a reminder, each day, Mass is celebrated at 12 noon. All Masses and other videos can be accessed on our YouTube channel. In 2 weeks, on Sunday, May 10th, we will be celebrating Mother's Day. And as always, we will pray for our mothers, both living and deceased, at all the Masses that weekend. If you would like your mothers to be remembered in a special way that weekend at each of the Masses, please drop off the names and, if you will, a donation for the intention in the rectory mailbox. The mailbox is checked several times a day. The names of mothers will then be placed on the altar for that weekend to be remembered at each of those Masses, but will not be read aloud. So if you're interested in having your mothers remembered, please give us the names and, if you will, a donation for the intention. And those mothers, those names will be placed on our altar, but not read aloud, but certainly remembered in prayer at each of those Masses. This coming Wednesday is April 29th, and April 29th is the feast of, very good, St. Catherine of Siena, our patronal feast. 2 weeks ago, I sent you a link to Word on Fire with Bishop Barron. He has a great video available on St. Catherine of Siena. There is also a book published by Word on Fire on the life of St. Catherine of Siena. I would encourage you to take a look at those resources. Please tune in for Mass that day at noon to honor our patroness. St. Catherine of Siena not only is special for us, but she has had a tremendous influence on the entire Church as a reformer, even before the Reformation and Counter-Reformation. As we continue to plug along these days, it's been over a month now since we have been separated from one another, since we haven't been able to celebrate Mass as a community. I have to be honest, it seems longer than that, but it's been a little bit over a month. And as we continue to plug along, know that all of you are remembered in prayer each day. I encourage you not to sweat the small things like long hair, or maybe your roots are starting to show, or not being able to go to the gym. Take advantage of the small things like communicating with people or praying for them if you cannot see them, and count all that as blessing, because it certainly is. Not being able to celebrate Mass publicly and with each of you, I think, reminds all of us of the importance of being part of a community and building a community as much as possible. I'm so happy to hear from many of you who say you miss being present for Mass and being able to receive the Eucharist that we call communion. Many of you also miss the interaction with all of us in the parish. Another source of communion. Gathering as a community and building community is very Catholic, very Catholic. In the past, it was not always looked at in that way. But as Catholics in the 21st century, it is true. The Eucharist is real, and when we receive communion in the Eucharist, we are brought into communion with Jesus and with one another and every Catholic person throughout the world. A small thing, like going to Mass every week is not so small and makes a big difference in our lives. We can realize that now more than ever. Count the blessings. Hope to see you soon. God bless.